guys, Quarantine coming at you with another video on the Injustice 2 video game. I already made a video prior to this video about what I thought of the game overall, and give it my review and my feedback, and if it was worth buying, and it very much well is worth buying. Especially if you loved the first Injustice video game along with Mortal Kombat X, then you're going to definitely love this game overall. But here is the thing. This video is not about talking about the good things, although we will talk about the good things, but I'm going to be doing a giant rant on the fact of the problems that this game has. So let's go ahead and go back one game. So we have the Injustice 2, but we're going to go back in time and go to Mortal Kombat X. Mortal Kombat X was probably the most hyped up Mortal Kombat game ever made, because we haven't had a Mortal Kombat game since Mortal Kombat 9, and that came out about maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago. And we've been waiting patiently for the next Mortal Kombat game, and the only game that we got so far besides Mortal Kombat 9 was the Injustice 1 video game, and we didn't really know what to think about it, but we loved the hell out of it given the fact it was made by the people who made Mortal Kombat. I had to wait for the game forever until they eventually announced that they are making an Ultimate Edition with all of the DLC characters, because I didn't want to pay for a Season Pass, and I definitely didn't want to go ahead and buy every character individually. So I just waited and waited, and eventually they came out with the Ultimate Edition. Anyways, given that fact, I don't know what to say about Mortal Kombat X. It was just beautiful. I even enjoyed the mobile game. The mobile game was pretty fucking fun, and the mobile game was the main reason why I got the skin shader for Injustice Scorpion, and it was fucking amazing to see in the morning when I realized that my game just hooked up to my mobile game app, and it gave me the skin right off the bat, and I played the hell of it, and at the time, I was the only person who ever had that skin on the console. So I was very pleased and proud of myself to have gotten that skin. So when Mortal Kombat X was first debuted, the multiplayer was pretty okay, although if you had a really low ping, it was very shitty. But then eventually, NetherRealms decided, hey, we're going to fix this problem. Even if you have bad internet, the game will not freeze up on you and fuck over your gameplay. Which they did a decent job with that, but there were still some times where somebody's ping was so bad it still fucked up the game. But if it was around the yellow level, they'd actually keep it at a stable level and you could play it without a problem. Now, given that, the campaign of Mortal Kombat X was fucking phenomenal. I definitely didn't see the ending coming with Cassie Cage being the main character who's going to be the final fight against Shinnok. Given the fact that, you know, her father did fight him, I kind of saw how it pinned out, and it was actually pretty fucking amazing looking. I definitely enjoyed the Scorpion chapter, just given the fact that we finally got to look at the human Scorpion and all that stuff. And I definitely loved the DLC characters when it came out, and to be honest, Mortal Kombat X was my first ever Mortal Kombat game, or game in general, that I actually got the Season Pass for. And it was really cool to finally see all these awesome DLC characters like Jason, Predator, Leatherface, Alien, Tremor, Tanya, Triborg, and Boraicho. All these characters were fucking awesome, and I loved the hell out of them. Especially Predator, given Predator was the most OP one at the time in the DLC whatnot. I loved the hell of him, and then Alien came in and stole the spotlight, and people go crazy over the fight between Alien and Predator, because that's the one rival we've been wanting for the longest time in a video game, besides the fact that we have the first-person version of Alien vs. Predator, where you can play as Predator, Alien, or the Marine. We wanted something just much more gory and more awesome, and we actually got that with Mortal Kombat X. Sadly, we didn't get a Freddy vs. Jason, because that was one of the main things we really wanted out of this game. But hey, we still got Jason Voorhees, and he was just as brutal as we expected him to be. But we definitely didn't expect Leatherface to be a part of this game, and you know what, it fit in pretty damn well. The overall game of Mortal Kombat X was phenomenal, and I enjoyed it. Multiplayer just a tiny bit shaky, so on a scale of 1 to 10, it was like a 9 or an 8. So there was some problems, but they were fixed eventually. I just loved Mortal Kombat X. We had different towers, we had the Test Your Might, Test Your Luck. We had a bunch of different variety of things you could do in Mortal Kombat that you couldn't do before, and I just loved the hell out of it. That's all I really have to say about Mortal Kombat X. That was freaking fun, and even then, the multiplayer, people who actually played the multiplayer, they were actually really skilled and they knew what they were doing, and they could actually land at least a 10 combo hit or more. But given the fact that once Mortal Kombat X became to a standstill, we heard Injustice 2 was coming out. Now we're moving forward from Mortal Kombat X to Injustice 2. Now we go into Injustice 2, new campaign, new world. We're pretty much taking off at the Regime universe of Earth after the first Injustice from the other Earth of Batman and the Justice League came to help the other Batman who was fighting Superman's reign of terror. They came, they helped, and they left with whatever they had, and some of them stayed behind. And so pretty much we're taking place on the Batman universe where pretty much Superman thought he was supreme leader and everything like that, but there's still order and chaos that needs to be brought down, and who better to take down that power than Batman himself. But he couldn't do it alone without the help of some of the Justice League, and next thing you know, besides fighting each other, they see a giant alien ship from the sky bringing down war on top of Earth. So they had to join together regardless of their differences, including Superman, to take down Brainiac. That story concept was really awesome, even though it went from fighting each other to allying with each other to fighting each other again and then leaving it at that. I thought that was pretty smart on NetherRealm's part. But now we're going to go ahead and get into the negatives of the game. The negatives of the game such as the fact that we have the looting system. Now the looting system isn't all bad, but it does have some negativity to it. I hate the fact that if you have certain armor, it makes your character super fucking strong. I don't like that at all. We were just always used to the fact that whenever you played a game, if your character was only strong by the skill that you gave him and the combos that you could have them land. But now it's not even about combos anymore. It's just about seeing who has the best armor in the fucking game. I don't think that's really awesome. I thought that was really shitty because it's like it doesn't really give anybody the pleasure of playing the game and enjoying it fully, because we're so used to just fighting each other without any like help of special weapons or special gear and stuff like that. We're not used to that. But now we got legendary weapons, legendary armor, and stuff like that. Pretty much just like the looting system in Destiny, but just more of in a fighting game. So I don't really think that was necessary in my opinion. I mean, it's great to use, no doubt. I definitely have my Batman up to the wazoo with 2,510 power-wise and stuff like that. So he's pretty OP right now, but he's not the most OP character out here right now because we got people who are at least level 55 or 60 with somebody about the size of 300 of power on their character because of the armor that they've absorbed. And that's all 20 level 20 wise armor. And I don't think that's fair. It's like, so like you got this really skillful fighter and stuff like that who's got pretty decent armor and stuff like that, but it's just a matter of like how he uses him with the combos and stuff. It's fucking amazing. But then you got this asshole who comes out of nowhere with a dead shot. And here's where the negativity gets really severe with me. Spamming. I can't stress how many times I've ever lost to spammers. I've only lost to maybe a handful, maybe around 10 or 15, 20 people who actually could do a 12 or 14, 15, 16, even a 23 combo and actually win fair and square, and I would give them props. Like, GG, good job. Then we got the assholes who use people like Deadshot, Superman, Supergirl, Darkseid, Brainiac, all kinds of different characters in this game, including Captain Cold, who would straight up just spam the gun that they have or the laser that they come with over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and there's nothing you can do about it because you're too far away. Especially the Deadshot players. All they ever do is stay all the way on the other side of the map, and they just shoot you the whole entire time. So if you duck, they use the rifle. If you try and jump, they try and shoot you out of the air. I hated that shit. I've met like 7 Deadshots who did that same exact fucking thing, and there's even people on YouTube who are famous, like Comedy Shorts Gamer. He even showed that you can pretty much beat anybody if you just spam the fuck out of Deadshot's guns. That's just so fucking dumb. I hate that they made that a thing. They could have stopped the spamming all around. But the thing is like people who are at 55 levels or something like that, like I said, there's only a handful of people who actually have skills and can actually land really good combos and moves and be amazing at it, and you can give them props for that. But then there's people who are like level 55 who do nothing but spam with the same character. I thought that was the shittiest fucking thing that could ever happen. I thought Deathstroke was enough with being the spammer with the whole spinning the shield and then using the gun the entire time with a grenade launcher. But nope, we got even worse because now we got Deadshot who has the fucking Gatling guns on his fucking wrists and his goddamn rifle on his back. I hate that. That's just so dumb. I didn't like that at all. And the fact that when people use Darkseid, all they would do is use his laser that pretty much follows you wherever you go. And I don't like that at all either because it's just stupid and OP as fuck. Along with Supergirl's teleportation, Supergirl has the exact same thing where she teleports from one side of the screen, flies away, shows up at the other side, and hits you every time. And then there's the people who spam the fucking Supergirl uppercut the entire time, or the lasers the entire match that they charge it up. I hate that. It's just so dumb. We have Before, there was skillful players in Mortal Kombat X, and then there is now spamming all day long in Injustice 2. With this new game being exciting and having new features you can make into it, and new combos and new ways to win, you'd think a lot of people would actually jump on board with that idea. Nope, nobody jumped on board with that idea at all, because they just stayed with their basics and just spammed the entire game with the same exact move over and over again. Basically, winning the match unfairly, might I add. I hated the fact that there's just nothing but spammers now in this game. I've gotten into constant fucking quarrels with somebody on the fucking Xbox Live saying, do you know how to do combos? Can you please stop spamming the gun? Can you stop using the laser so much? And stuff like that. And then they would get mad at me because I'd quit, because I think it's like, if I fight a spammer and the spammer wins and the spammer wants a rematch, I don't do it, because it's just stupid. There's no point. They have no skill. That just makes me pissed off, the fact that they're ruining a game by doing something so stupid. And then they get pissed at me for saying that, and then they try and call me a scrub, a piece of shit, a pussy, and stuff like that. And you know what? I don't understand how that is. If I'm such a screw-up, if I'm such a scrub, then why do I have the skill to actually try and win without the fucking cheat codes, or just the fucking move that you use over and over again? I can actually change up my appearance and change up my goals and how to beat you, but you can't. So I guess my point's pretty valid. But yeah, that's all I really want to say. That's pretty much the big downside to Injustice. Just the fact that I think the armor situation is just not needed, because it brings off the fun in Injustice and doesn't allow people who have wanted to be playing this game the actual satisfaction to play the game, and the fact that you don't even have an option to go back to default versions of yourselves, unless if you turn on the switch mode where it turns off your armor so it doesn't affect the fight. But you know, that's just me. I don't know about whoever else thinks of this situation, but the thing is, I'm not fully on board with the whole armor thing, but I am, because I know that they had to make a change in some ways, and you know what, it's okay that they did. But I just don't think it was necessary with the loot system and giving the armor that makes you stronger. I don't think that was necessary. And then the online version of the game, when people just do nothing but spam the entire fucking game, it's ridiculous, and I hate it so much, because I had high hopes that nobody would do that again, but you know what, people kept doing it, and we're back at square one with fucking combos. I guarantee you, whenever Mortal Kombat 11 comes out, people are going to not want to play, especially the spammers, because they know that's when the skillful people try and play the game. So, that's all I really wanted to share. Those are the negatives of the game, and the positive of the game is that it's fun. You have a lot of things you can do other than that, other than campaign. You can do multiverse campaign, you can do ladder mode, you can do single fight practice and to test your luck and stuff like that. They still have all these awesome features and then some, and I think it's pretty cool. It's just this game's not all like it's cooked up to be. People are trying to say it's the #1 game sold out there, but the thing is, with the people that are just ruining the online experience, there's not a lot of people who are on board with wanting to play it. Unless if you're the type of person who just wants the map pack of Sub-Zero and Starfire and Red Hood, then that's probably your reason. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to discuss, was the ups and downs of Injustice and the multiplayer and stuff like that. It's still worth getting. I still enjoy, even though there are some terrible things in it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed Injustice, tell me what you enjoy about it. If you don't enjoy Injustice, tell me what you don't enjoy about it, and leave it in the comments. Or if you're just like me and you're in between, you love the game, but there is some problems that you have with it, leave in the comments below. But like I always say, please be respectful in the comments. Please don't insult others and make people feel like worthless pieces of crap and all that stuff. Just be nice. That's all I ask for you to do. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
We gonna fall, then we let it pop, don't let it go. Come on, let's go give it